Merry meet and welcome to our stream, everybody. This is Ariel Gatoga, and this is a general reading for all signs for today, the 31st of March, 2023. We're streaming live on YouTube and on Twitch. Moderating today on YouTube are the lovely Jennifer and the lovely Aaron, and moderating on Twitch is the lovely Shirley. Thank you so much, moderators, and thank you to everybody for joining us today. I'm reading with Tarot de El Dios de los Tres, okay? Saying that in my American accent. Here's Verbena by Monotheme. I'm going to use 3 sprays of this to purify this room instead of burning smudge. You can find out information about both of those products in the video description of this very video on my YouTube channel. And again, this is a general reading for all signs for today, the 31st of March, 2023. And it's going out to everybody, whether you're watching with me live right now or whether you're watching us on a restream. So that does end up being a lot of people watching this reading. So if for some reason it doesn't seem to apply to you, just disregard it because it may not be meant for you. You know, if you're watching on a restream, you can always, if you don't want to watch me shuffling, use those little chapters and skip through to the reading. If you're watching us on YouTube, please make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. And if you're watching on Twitch, make sure that you follow us on Twitch. You know, you can watch us on Twitch without any ads by subscribing to us there. We have a shop, and that's at arielscornershop.com, arielscornershop.com. We list all the different tarot decks there that I read with, the ones that are still in print anyway, and then there's affiliate links so you can purchase them. We make a small commission off of each and every sale. We do appreciate your support. And I don't read with card reversals, and I just like to remind people of that because sometimes it makes you nervous when you see me flipping cards right side up, and it's just how I prefer to read. I gave up using those reversals probably about 20 years ago when I got into reading with the antique decks. So a lot of those antique decks, you can't reverse cards, so I just did away with them, so that's why. All right, I'm going to shuffle maybe 2 or 3 more times for accuracy's sake, and then I'll give this deck a nice clean cut, and we'll see what's in the cards for everybody today, the 31st of March, 2023. All right, I hope you're doing great today, and if not, I hope that I can be the catalyst to help you turn that around with this reading. Starting out with, a 2 of Cups, that's what we're coming out of. Going right into this beautiful Ace of Wands, and then the Sun. Nice. So we're coming out of some a lot of times it's impatience with ourselves, this 2 of Cups, and a lot of times it's not being compassionate with ourselves, kind of making ourselves be last in line for compassion. Somehow we think that we're noble by being mean to ourselves. And there's a difference between holding ourselves accountable and making sure that we, are doing everything that we need to do to get things done, and being mean to ourselves. You can hold yourself accountable in a kind way and kind of treat yourself, when you do it right, and encourage yourself and be kind to yourself and say kind things to yourself. That's what this is encouraging us to do. And it looks like most of you are learning to do that. Because, boy, today is a day to take that power and run with it. Just grab that wand. This wand is so big you might need to grab it by both hands and just run into your day today with all of that creative enthusiasm that is being indicated by this. There's really no limit to your creativity today and to what you can accomplish if you really want to. This is a magic wand that you have, and it's something that's within you, and you want to really harness that today and know that there's nothing that can stop you. And if you feel like there's stuff that can stop you, if you feel like that you'd love that, you'd love to be able to take that wand and really make things work for you today, but you just can't seem to figure it out, or there's just too many things that are standing in your way, that's okay too, because you have also this wonderful solar light to turn to. And if you don't know how to work with that solar light, I have a way that works really easily. And you can learn how to do that by just listening to one of my solar light meditations. They're very, very brief. And it's all free, so it's not like it's going to cost you anything but a few minutes of your time today. But if you work with that solar light, it'll help to reorganize things in your life so that you're not always having to second guess yourself, so that you're not always feeling like, yeah, I'd really love to go for it, but there's just too many things standing in my way. There won't be. There won't be anything standing in your way today if you take that step to just say, look, I'm going to do what I can do, and everything that I feel like I can't do, I'm going to go turn to that solar light and ask it to handle it in its own way. What happens when we do that, it's not that the solar light is sort of like your servant. It's just going to go out and do what you tell it to do. What it's going to do is it's going to start to reorganize things in your life so that they start to conform to the way that your soul wants them. That we call that the divine design or your true will. And when that happens, those things that are standing in your way of accomplishing that which you're meant to accomplish are just going to fall away, are just going to dissolve. You're going to have a real clear idea about how to navigate those things, right? So it's a beautiful, beautiful day today. Oh, I forgot to shuffle and cut. I was just not minding my P's or my Q's here. Hold on a second. Let me shuffle up one more time. Dead air, Ariel, is not your best thing to have. Okay, here we go. Let us open this reading up. We've got this 10 of Swords behind us. We talked about that, I think, yesterday. I don't remember if it was on the general. Then we've got this beautiful Page of Swords, and then the Knight of Cups. It's an amazing day. Putting the past behind you is the name of the game. I don't care what happened yesterday. I don't care what happened this morning. I don't care what happened when you were a child. I don't care about any of that stuff because it's nothing but a phantasm. It's nothing but some smoke that needs to clear, right? You don't want to keep conjuring up memories of the past because it's over. It has no power over you, and it is completely insignificant to what's going on today unless you allow it to be significant. Now, obviously, you can learn the lessons of your past. You can bless your past. You can do all kinds of things with your past. You don't have to just pretend like it didn't happen, but you don't need to allow it to be your present because it's not meant to be. What your present is all about is not only, like I said, taking that wand and just thrusting forth today with creative energy and really going for all of those activities that you've been maybe putting on the back burner or thinking that you don't have enough energy or enough time or enough money or enough whatever, and allow yourself to take it one step at a time and do the thing that you know that you need to do. And what's going to happen is you're going to be guided. There's going to be great news. There's going to be great signs and omens before your path today. Just be aware of them. Just listen for them. Watch for them. It might come in the form of a billboard, or it might come in the form of a bumper sticker, or somebody tells you something, or a person may just come out and say, look, I have an idea for you. Why don't you try this? And all kinds of creative inspiration will be spurred on not only from within, but from without. You might read a book. You might you might just chance upon a certain website, whatever, but allow those omens to lead you right where you need to be today, because today is your day. It really is a beautiful day. Now, then we've got this Knight of Cups and the Sun that I talked to you about earlier, that solar light. So this is spiritual assistance. So like I said, you've got your own creative energy that is really off the charts today, or wants to be, and that's up to you whether you grab that wand and you work your magic with it. But then on top of all of that, you have that spiritual assistance right from the solar light and also from this inner guidance today. So not only are you going to have like omens and indications and communication from your own creative mind to your conscious mind, but you're going to have communication from your intuition, from deep within you, from that guide that you always have, that guardian angel or that spirit guide, whatever you call that inner guidance that knows exactly what's the right thing for you today. So what is being said here is that not only do you have great creative energy, but you can really optimize all of that creative energy by asking. And you can't overuse that intuition. You can't overuse that inner guidance. In fact, it gets stronger the more you use it. So ask for every little thing. What should I do? What's the best thing? What's the best thing for me to do today? Where should I go today? What should I say? Who should I say it to? And then you'll get led and you'll get guided. Sometimes you'll get led and guided straight from intuition. Sometimes they'll send a sign to you of what to do. And then you'll succeed. And then you'll say, well, now what? And then you'll go back and you'll ask again and you'll get an answer and then you'll succeed. On and on and on. That's how your day wants to go today. And it's up to you to keep that cycle going. Keep that cycle moving. Yes, I'm going to use my creative energy, and then I'm going to ask what's next. And then I'm going to use my creative energy, and then I'm going to ask what's next. And when I come in contact with anything that I think, oh, I can't handle that. Oh, that seems like it's going to be too hard for me. Then you call in that solar light. And that solar light does for you what you cannot do for yourself. Really, ultimately, you can't be stopped today if you stay on the beam of your own creative function and you follow that inner guidance and allow that solar light to kind of shake things out for you whenever you get stuck, to reorganize things so that you're back on track with where you're supposed to be. Right? Now, the only thing that you've got to be diligent and vigilant about is you want the vigilance to keep the past in the past. Don't allow yourself to feel bad about what happened. Don't allow yourself to be mournful necessarily about what happened. Again, if you're in a state of grief or mourning, we're not saying that you should, avoid what you're feeling. Absolutely, you should avoid it, but allow that to fuel your creative energy if that's the case. But this is more, not so much about that I'm seeing here is like regret. Today's not a great day to deal with regret. You can deal with regret on another day. Today, regret wants to be used by the ego to sort of get you to stop being so creative and having such energy and getting so much accomplished. The ego wants you to say, yeah, but remember what happened? Remember how bad you were? Remember how embarrassing that was? Whatever it is. And when that pops up, you don't just stuff it. You don't just pretend like you're not thinking about it. You just say, thanks for sharing, and then you move on. You acknowledge that came up in your mind. You say, thank you very much for sharing, and then you move on. Because then there's nothing that the ego can respond to with that. Because you acknowledged that it was there, and then you moved on. It's not like you're fighting against it. You're just like, oh, okay. And then you move on. And that's your trick today, is when those ancient memories pull up, or even recent memories, pull up in your conscious mind to try to stymie you and not so that you don't move forward with your success today. You just acknowledge them. And thank you very much for sharing. And then nothing else. And then just drop it and move on. You're doing great. What a great day. I'm so happy for everybody. I hope that you take that wand and you just work your magic today, because the world will benefit from you today being at your most creative. Thank you so much for spending some time with me today, and thank you to the amazing moderator team, Jennifer, Aaron, and Shirley. And we will be back for another general reading tomorrow. Until then, blessed be.